Hey, it's good to see you again. I'm Craig. This is Justin. We're your tabletop game guides. Today, we're going to be talking to you about a card game called The Game Quick and Easy. In this game, your goal is to get through an entire deck by playing cards down on two stacks. One stack goes from 10 to 1. One stack goes from 1 to 10. The only other caveat is that if you have a card of the same color of a card that's on a stack, you can play it regardless of rules. So often you will be playing this game, one goes from 10 to 1, and you'll need to kick it back up. So you'll want a high color to bring it back up to the top. That's actually the only way to win this game because there are 50 cards that you have to go through. So one of the things that I like about this game is that it is very easy to teach and it is very easy for people to join in the next round. It's a quick round, and as people show up, they can watch and learn and then jump in right away at the next round. So this is a great icebreaker game to start the night off with.
I seriously think we played 2 to 3 games in about 30 minutes.
Yep.
So an average game time, especially if you've played once through, 8 to 12 minutes. It's a great fast game. I remember immediately when we played this how frustrated I was we didn't win the game because it seems so winnable.
It does.
I just got to go down or I got to go up or match a color. I got 3 choices. It's very easy. Yeah. And it was so fun to watch everyone light up with, the remaining cards, meaning we lost, that we couldn't play. And we're all like, shuffle them up. We're doing this again. Yeah. We mentioned that the rules of this game are simple. Mm-hmm. What is the easiest way to explain the rules right before the first hand?
I think the easiest way to just explain the rules is to break it into 2 parts. The first part is just the mechanics. You have the 2 piles. One goes up, one goes down, and they have helper cards as well that help it out. And you just talk about you have 2 cards in hand. And when you're talking about the 2 cards in hand, that's where you slip in the other part. When you're playing the game, you can't talk about specific numbers that you have in your hand. You can reference color. You can reference if they're kind of high or kind of low. That's about it. Otherwise, you play according to the rules, unless you have one that matches the color of something on there, and then you can play it back up. And you might want to use an example of the 10 to 1 has a 1 gray, and here's a 9 gray, and that can go here to bring it back up. Because then most of the group will get, oh, we do have to play to reset these piles.
Showing with 5 cards.
Yep.
What's about to happen. Everyone will get it instantly in under 15 seconds.
Yes. What they might miss was slipped in the middle about what you can and cannot communicate about your cards.
Yeah.
And that's what you don't bring up until the maybe 3rd playthrough. And then after the 3rd game starts, instead of just telling people to communicate, as a player, start asking the questions. Hey, Justin, I have a low blue. Do you have a high blue? Hey, what color do you have? What color do you have? Start the communication after maybe the 3rd round.
I saw you do that, and it was nice to learn through mistake or learn. It's not a mistake, it's just a learning curve to this game. Spoiler, you're going to have to communicate.
Yeah.
And it's really common for players of a board game to think in their head silently of what am I going to do this turn? You only have 2 choices to make, and there's only 2 stacks to put them on. You can choose to play 1 card, or you can choose to play both if the situation allows. But it's the communication that's going to make the difference.
Yeah. Usually the group starts picking up on that, and they start asking those questions too. And then suddenly, the game starts being much more successful. One of the things that I like about this game, it's a very easy game to teach to start a collaborative night. When you're playing this game, the group just starts naturally talking and communicating back and forth, and it brings the group together. So if you are going to play another game that requires a lot of cooperation and a lot of communication, this is a great first game to kick the night off with.
You're priming your players in a fun mechanic that takes less than 12 to 15 minutes to get through a complete game, especially while your players are arriving.
So if you are looking for an easy game for a group to play together as one group, we would recommend the game Quick and Easy. It's very easy to teach, it's very easy to pick up, and it's very easy as a starter game for your game night. Check out this game and other games at Tabletop Game Guides. Have a great game, everybody. Beginning, as you're playing 1 or 2 cards, people are talking and kind of going around each time. What?
You've told me you strategize your hosting. It's been a week since board game night. Did not notice we did a communication icebreaker game and then played Mountains of Madness,
Which is also a communication cooperative game, yes.
It was very enjoyable.
Oh, good.